started?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get started. I'll mount Danielle. So we call this annual meeting to order at 5:11 p.m. Can you please get a roll call?
Danielle Chenoweth, Jennifer Locke,
Present.
Kyle Patterson.
Here.
All right, first up, election of chair and secretary.
I nominate Danielle Chenoweth to serve as chair.
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. For secretary, I can keep doing it. Yeah.
I'll nominate Jennifer Locke.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, perfect. Moving on, election of a treasurer. Same as. I'm just handing that to you.
Yeah.
No competition?
No competition.
I nominate Ron Fields.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I adjourn this annual meeting at 5:11 p.m. Did it in a minute.
Nice.
Perfect. All right, still no Danielle. Our monthly meeting, I call it to order at 5:12 p.m. Can we have a roll call?
Danielle Chenoweth, Jennifer Locke,
Present.
Kyle Patterson.
Here.
All right, we need an approval of the agenda and addenda. I move. Kyle, you second.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on. Can I have a motion for approval of the minutes of previous meetings, March 12th, 2025?
So moved.
Second, any discussion? They were lovely minutes, all in favor?
Aye.
Any public participation? No? Okay, moving on, any correspondence?
I have correspondence.
Perfect.
So, two things. One, we have received word, just I think today, that the person that we interviewed for deputy administrator, Mamadou, where's Pat? She's gone. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Anyway, he's coming from Utah in June, so he has accepted. So that's a good thing. And the second thing, the very exciting thing, is that we are having a pilot project with a therapy dog, Max Boyd, who is going to, it's a pilot project. We're going to use Max initially for 6 months and 2 days a month for dental clients with additional days for employee wellness events. Max will be located in Jennifer's office, which is off the lobby, which will have a little gate there. So people have to make an effort to see the dog. It's not like he'll just be running around the building, except for when he's in my office. But he will, families that want to engage with him can, and if a child wants to take him back while they're having their procedure done, they can do that. Is that true? Yeah, it does. Okay, and the therapy dog will only be available for dental clients and CUPHD employees during a 6-month pilot, and then we'll discuss it. They're also collecting data on it, and we will look at that. And so that's just something new and something exciting. And Max is a very good boy. He is certified a very good boy.
Does he always do this face? This is a great face.
It's back there.
If you saw us in the Pride Parade, he was with us in our group this past year.
And super sweet, and
Certified.
I don't know that you should have outed him, but but okay.
Any other correspondence? All right. Old business, none on the agenda. New business, treasurer's report.
Yeah, as of the end of February, we had cash on hand of $8,085,879. Our total fund balance was just over $7.3 million, representing 46% of the budget expenditures for the year. We ended the 8th month of the fiscal year with a surplus of $466,605, and that's against a budgeted year-to-date deficit of $666,653. Total revenue for the first 8 months was $9,793,856, or about $919,000 under the year-to-date budget, mainly due to grants and contracts being under budget by a little over $1 million, and fee for services under their year-to-date budget by $380,000. We did have other revenue over the year-to-date budget of nearly $500,000. Total expenditures were $9,327,251, which was just over $2 million under budget, mostly due to personnel being under budget by $873,000, fringe benefits by $528,000, supplies by $170,000, and then a capital outlay under their year-to-date budget by $617,000.
Moving on, we have Attorney Brief Lyman for legal services February 16th, 2025 to March 15th, 2025. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And
Oh, sorry, yep, sorry, Ron. We are going to accept that.
Not this month.
This is why Danielle's in charge. Is there a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
And then I think the approval is for payments too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, and it's,
Is that not on your thing?
it's not on mine.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
Approval for-
I have one, I could have put home with me. So that's, there we go. It is, yeah, there we go. Thank you, yeah, I just skipped it.
Here, Kyle.
I'm wrong.
I'll be a good boy.
I can't read, we're all in trouble. All right, no, it is right, it's right there. I was looking at the wrong thing. I skipped it. All right, now we're moving on. I'll get it right someday. Treasurer Ron Fields, March 2025 services. So
So
moved.
moved.
Second. And any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and I'm gonna put next time. Now, review of monthly credit card statements. Is there a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of price quotation and agreement with MedTrainer Inc. for online compliance and learning software.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of revised bilingual pay stipend 9500.110.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Approval of agreement between infant mental health consultant Tanya Blackshear and CUPHD for Great Start program support from July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of new time and effort policy 9200-16.03.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Approval of revised retention incentive policy 9500-2.11.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Approval of revised federal award procurement standards policy 9200-07.03.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Approval of new subrecipient subcontractor monitoring policy 9200-17.01.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of revised capitalization threshold policy 9200-12.01.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of 2025 annual report.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of contractors and bids for project 25-003, new wall opening.
So moved.
Second, any discussion?
What is this?
Okay, if you're out in the main lobby and you're walking back to the WIC area, there's an opening there. Now, for years, they have wanted to have a door installed in the WIC area because that is the only department that is not secure. In the past, it has not been approved by the city because it said it was too far of a walk. Anything that's over 50 feet from that area, you cannot put another door. So I had the city inspector come, or safety inspector come, and I said, if I slide this opening over and close this off, we cut off about 8 feet. So we remeasured it, he approved it, now we can put a door in. So the opening's gonna get filled in, and then we're gonna have a new opening, just basically walking back to the WIC area.
And that's why we have Jim. Because how many times have we had the city out here be like, can we put a door in here? And they're like, no, we're like, okay.
So I just asked them why, and they explained to me why, and I said, okay, let's do this, and they said, okay.
Seems like a great idea.
So since 2007.
It's government work. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of contractors and bids for project 25-004, new automatic sliding glass door.
So moved.
Second, any discussion?
It's for the human door I'm putting in.
Makes sense.
The door that's going in there, you can't have a normal door because it's swinging, close off a hallway. The sliding glass door can be put in, so on one side, from the patient side, it'll be a card reader, and then once they're in that area to exit, it'll just be a push button. It'll also be tied into our fire alarm system and also our power, so if either one would go off or lose power, it automatically opens. So that meets all the safety criteria that the city.
So the timeline on this is pretty quick,
Then
right?
y'all's call them.
Once we get the approval, the door itself is 8 weeks out, has to be ordered.
Hi.
But they'll be starting on the opening, we have to have that in first anyway. They'll be starting on that immediately.
With any
Okay, that's okay.
tariff or anything, are we worried about the price changing? Perfect. All in favor?
It is, and
Aye.
at the end, the,
We'll just
district
pause
attorney's
while we
here
wait to find
to,
out
talk
Danielle
about the stuff at the end,
what's going
about
on,
the
and then I
hearing.
can bring it Julie's attention.
Okay. That's it? Okay, no problem. Thank you. She'll be here in about 10 minutes, so we'll, for the last item, for sure, so, okay.
Okay. Approval of requisition to pay for Nason for dance safe fentanyl test strips. Yeah, sorry, I fumbled that. For dance safe fentanyl test strips.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of check request payable to Zobrio for Financial Edge NXT annual subscription, year 2 of 3.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of contract between CUPHD and Carl Foundation Hospital for East Central Illinois HIV Care Connect Laboratory Services from 4/125 to 3/31/26.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of contract between CUPHD and Carl Healthcare Inc., DBA Carl Physician Group for East Central Illinois HIV Care Connect Medical Services from 4/125 to 3/31/26.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Approval of contract between CUPHD and Carl Richland Memorial Hospital for East Central Illinois HIV Care Connect Laboratory Services from 4/125 to 3/31/26.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Approval of contract between CUPHD and Hoopston, I am showing my not local natives, Hoopston Community Memorial Hospital for East Central Illinois HIV Care Connect Laboratory Services from 4/125 to 3/31/26.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, pending grant contracts for the administrator to sign? None. And then we'll take a brief pause right now while we wait for Danielle at 5:24.
All right, we'll take a potty break and then we'll discuss that.
Yay!
We're gonna run to the restroom. See what I need?
Julie,
All right.
I think it would be